Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I have very special message for you today. It's actually 3 in the morning, but I figured I needed to put out this video. If you're a Nintendo Switch fan, if you have a system, if you were thinking about a system, you need to do this right now. You need to go... If you do not have a Switch, what are you doing? Get one. You need one. But if you do have one right now, at this point in time, and any time between now and June 17th or 16th, somewhere in there, there is an insane sale going on. And I mean, everything is on sale. I mean, it's quite astonishing, including a lot of first-party titles. Nintendo titles. This is so rare. I mean, let's be fair. I would like to see some of these prices even lower. I love how Nintendo just loves to stick with the 30%. You know, I understand, you know, you don't want to go too low, but at the same time, some of these titles have sold tens of millions. So I think it's time, like, games like this get that 75% off sale. You know, that would be nice. Give back a little bit. I mean, I think that your sales in these games would spike anyway, but I think the reason why Nintendo doesn't do this is because they know that people are going to buy these games most likely regardless. I want to go over a list of some of the games I recommend you check out, and I'm stating this, you need to go check out the sale. Just go through it. There's a lot of flotsam throughout it. A lot of stuff that you could just throw away. It's like the Wii all over again. There's a lot of garbage. Anything that's under $5 is usually garbage, but you can still find gems within that range. I'm not saying they don't exist, but they're kind of like unicorns. I will let you know on a side note, you should use the Nintendo website, which would require you to sign up with your Switch information, essentially. Which should have already been done anyway, so you should be good. Just sign in and go into the sales section. It's so much easier than the actual Switch OS. First up on the Nintendo front, I have to mention Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I think this is a game that so many people have missed out on and don't even get how good of a side-scrolling platformer this is. It boasts some really high quality visuals and really tight controls, thanks to Retro Studios. I'd even go as far as to say it's the greatest side-scroller of all time. But that's just my opinion. I've had a lot of fun with that game. They brought back David Wise to make the soundtrack. It is fantastico. Retro Studios, beautiful design. Like, I really... You play this game and I really want to see retro tackle games like Kirby and Yoshi. Maybe they can breathe some nice fresh energy into that. That would be great. That game is $41.99. All these Nintendo games, for the most part that I'm going to mention, are $41.99, which is the 30% off. So it's good enough, but at the same time, like I said before, it's just upsetting that some of these games have really made a new home on the Switch, and they've found a fan base that has bought enough copies of the game to merit you lowering that price just a tad more. Like, if you could get it around the 50% off, that would be beautiful. You know, I'll settle for 50%, but come on, guys. Next up is Mario Tennis Aces. At the beginning of the game's life, I really enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. It lacked a lot of characters and some content, but over time, it gained that through just free updates. And I would say now, it's the best Mario Tennis game I've played since the 64. I love the GameCube Mario Tennis, but that game just felt like the supers in that just didn't have as much strategy. It was just kind of like a who gets it first kind of thing. And yeah, it sometimes worked out well, but this game has such a rock, paper, scissors kind of vibe going on. And it's not just that, it also requires your skill. It's got some of that more simulation aspect to it, so it's But I would say, Nintendo, you need to add some mini games to that. I want to be able to paint and play Mario with tennis, like in the 3DS version. Like, I loved that. playing the original Mario with a tennis ball. That was awesome. And I mean, there's a ton of Nintendo games that are up. I mean, one other game that I really enjoyed on the Wii U was Tokyo Sessions FE. It had a really cool combination of styles. It had a focus around a J-pop theme, but it had elements of Persona, a little bit of Shimigami, a little bit of Fire Emblem. There were characters that you knew from Fire Emblems. It just had a great battle system too. Very stylish and very fluid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, probably one of the best battle systems, or at least one of the most engaging and fun, like entertaining battle systems I've experienced in a JRPG to date. Now we move on to Capcom. This is a big one for me. I have been really upset with Capcom because of their pricing with all the Resident Evil games on the Switch. They're all their base price, the standard price, is $29.99, which is $10 more than the other versions. I don't get that. And so when I see the other versions go on sale, they're real nice prices. They're under $15 most of the time. When the Switch versions of this game go on sale, they're the price of what the standard price is on PlayStation. So I just couldn't bring myself to buy them. I bought Resident Evil 4 because I love that game and I needed it day one. I couldn't help myself. But I was refusing to not wait for a sale with the other games. And so I waited, and I've realized with the Switch has actually made me incredibly patient, because I know that when a game comes out, usually within 3 months or so, you get a sale. Usually. Not all the time, but most of the time. And if you're patient, put that thing on your wish list, it will happen. And you can just keep yourself busy with whatever else you've got going on. But waiting for these games to get to this price was annoying. To finally be able to get Resident Evil 1, 0, 4, 5, and 6 at reasonable prices, under $15, it's lovely. So if you're a fan of these games, hop on that now. You've got until June 16th. I also want to bring up the Bethesda games. You've got Skyrim, you've got Wolfenstein 2, you've got Doom. These are all selling at really nice prices. I mean, Skyrim is still 50% off, so it's $29.99, which I think is still too much. I'm not paying that. Sorry, it's a great game, but I would rather wait, because I have it on 2 other platforms. I'm not buying that again until it's a steal, like a Steam price. No. No, I got to keep my integrity here. But Wolfenstein is $24 or $23. Same thing with Doom. Good prices, good games. And with the gyro controls and stuff, it's real nice. The games don't look as good as the PlayStation 4, but they look serviceable. They look good enough. They make me happy. It's not like looking at Call of Duty on the Wii versus the 360. Next up, Codemasters finally lowered the price on Grid Autosport, and I've got to say, guys, I didn't play this on the original systems that they came out on, and this revamp of the game is absolutely fantastic. And I imagine it's gorgeous on the PlayStation 4. I'm sure it's gorgeous on the Xbox One, but this was the racing game the Switch needed, because Codemasters, they bring a level of quality that rivals your GTs, your Drive Clubs, your Forzas. They hit at all cylinders with this game. It is such a good racing game. And the thing is I'm actually going to do a video about this where I'll go into more details about the controls and how I changed them in a way that makes the Switch such a viable system for racing games. Because usually I don't know how I feel about racing games on the Switch because of the lack of analog triggers. That is a big deal when it comes to racing games. It truly is. It makes an incredible difference. Why Nintendo got rid of the GameCube controller, I don't know, but actually you can use it with this game. That's a fun thing. That's a fun fact. Anyway, I'm going to do a video on that, and I hope you guys will tune in for that. There's one last game. There's a lot of other games I could bring up, but I don't want to make this a video just about the vast amount of games you can get, because I want you guys to get in there and explore, because it's It's pretty redonk. The last game I want to mention is called The Messenger. It has got to be one of the best 2D side-scrollers I've ever played that's inspired by the 8-bit era. If you're a fan of Ninja Gaiden or side-scrollers that are very action-packed, The Messenger is probably... And also if you're a fan of retro, if you like that kind of 8-bit sound, 16-bit sound, if you're a fan of Shovel Knight, you need to get this game. It's $10, so worth it. You need to make it happen. You need to ingest this game, experience it. It is just incredible. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you tell a friend, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.